Well, hello there, Libra. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about the final week of October, which is the 27th through November 2nd. Yes, indeed, I have the 12 cards in front of me from the overview video, and if you haven't been back in a while and you're returning, thank you so much for being here, but yes, I said 12. So I am doing a new spread that is based on the 12 houses of the astrological chart. And we're doing where you are, what's blocking, what your solution is with the tarot cards in each of those areas. So that's kind of a lot more cards. Certainly 12 cards per week for the overview, right? And now we're going to add 24 more cards to go deeper on this particular overview. All right? So let's go ahead and get into it. So I have these 12 cards in front of me. This is going to be one of the MJ Cullinane decks. It is the Guardian of the Night deck, so it has all the animals in it, and I really like it very much. While I leave these cards or lay these cards out, because we're adding 2 more rounds, so 24 more cards, I will tell you the messages from my guides for you. We are talking about this month, how stepping up to the plate, being the change we want to see in the world, so to speak, but not waiting for other people to make the move, right? We do it ourselves. Being flexible is also important this month. We also want to embrace the changes. Lots of things are changing, so you've certainly seen a bunch of changes yourself, but embrace those changes, and it's not about complaining and being rigid about how things should be or who they could be, but being flexible and open to the possibilities, because this is very important. We want everyone to, because now everybody is going to be doing this, so this is very cool. With everyone stepping up to the plate and everyone being flexible and everyone getting in on what's going on, I think it's going to be really, really cool to see how this month goes down, all right? So it's all leading up to November, which we start next week. Oh my gosh, yes, it's a lot. So very cool, very excited to see how this goes for you, and here we go. We've had a very exciting month so far. Let's go ahead and talk about the first area of your life. We're going to talk about the self. We're going to talk about what's going on with you, what's going on between your ears right now. Okay, there's a need. This is the Hierophant. We see that you are currently, Libra, wanting to have a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Structure. You want a little more structure around things. You're feeling a little like uncomfortable with the way things are right now. So maybe they're a little messy, a little nebulous, a little less than seriously in one direction or another. So you're kind of, you like things to be a little bit more where you want them, right? Instead of a little bit everywhere. So yeah, you're wanting more structure. And there's nothing wrong with that, all right? There's going to be new information that will be empowering, but it'll also block you from moving forward in what you want to do here. So some empowering information doesn't really help if you aren't really set up to fix it. It's like, oh, if you only did this, this, and this, but you don't even have the gear to make that happen. You're like, wonderful. Thanks for that information. I appreciate it so much, but no, it's not helping. Thanks. So yeah, you want to make sure that the information that is shared with you is helpful, not hindering. We have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is showing me that there is an emotionally based feminine energy person speaking about their feelings, who is also here. And when these could be 3 facets of yourself, right? This is what's going on inside your head. You're feeling feelings. You're wanting to be empowered, but even that empowering information feels like it's holding you back. So yeah, well, you want structure. So just be aware that you might be having some stuff go on inside your head that's like, okay, that's frustrating. But here we are, we're doing our best. And sometimes having those feelings just means you want to go and talk to somebody about that. And if you have empowering information that you don't feel like you can use yet, go ahead and talk it through with a parent or a friend that you know you can trust. And then you can get into some solutions on how to create some good structure. But Some of you already have your own little fix-it hat, so to speak, meaning that you know how to fix things. You already look for solutions before you sit. As you identify the problem, you immediately look for solutions. Congratulations. It's a good place to be. Let's talk now about the money department. And in the money department, you have a nice foundation going now. You have indeed been working hard to create a good foundation for yourself. You were looking at your finances and looking at new ways to handle them. It was very exciting stuff. Interesting, right? Now we have the Knight of Cups blocking you, showing that there is an emotionally based male energy person speaking from their feelings. Maybe this is somebody who sees what you're doing and is like, I don't know if that's the best idea. I'm feeling very scared for you. Da, 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 da. So they're feeling their feelings about what you're doing, which is interesting. I won't say that it's best, but it is interesting. And it means that if you're going to need to educate this guy, you're going to have to sit him down and say, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it, and this is how it's going to work, okay? So I know you're unclear about what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing, and it's going to be great, okay? That is going to be what happens. So pay attention to what that is, and make sure you educate that person, and they'll get on board. They'll get out of your way anyhow, because your foundation is solid. They just don't understand it. Haha. Now then, we're going to talk about the communication department. You are going to get empowering information coming your way that you can't share with anybody. Okay, remember, we're keeping that to ourselves. This empowering information isn't for everybody. Okay, keep that in mind. Yes, you can totally sabotage yourself. This empowering information will be something that will help you in the future move forward or do something wonderful. And if you share it, you're going to sabotage yourself, okay? So don't share it. Don't sabotage yourself, okay? This is pretty cool. And when the moment is right in communication, you will move forward. In fact, even as you do the things you're supposed to do, which is not share take the information, not sharing it, you can move forward on this information without talking about it, right? So you will make other various communications without telling anyone that you learned the information you know, but da-da-da-da-da, right? So-and-so is in a situation where they're going to need to step down from their position, but they won't need to step down for, 4 to 6 months. So until then, we're just working out the details and getting into the places where we want to go, and that's important. We were ready to, in fact, get going on that, and we like it. So I love that you're able to make things happen here. This is going to be great. Yeah, so you're going to be sort of putting your name in the hat for a situation that hasn't quite become public, without making it obvious that you know, right? You're just sort of letting the universe know, and you're letting someone else have an idea that you, someday I'd like to try that. And that's all. You just throw a someday I'd like to try that out there, and that way you're not saying, I really want that. I'm working towards that. You're just curious about it and thinking about it and going, and how do you learn how to do that, right? So it's quietly working out, moving on to that without it being super obvious, right? Okay. So let's talk about the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is in your family department. You're feeling a little hung up. I know that last week you had some help and stuff like that, and that was great. And now here you are feeling a little bit less than empowered in a situation. Maybe you had an expectation of how things were going to go with the family, and it didn't go according to what you were hoping. And now you're feeling a little like, this isn't what I wanted. So you have to be flexible, change your mind, or maybe not do it, right? We have the Knight of Wands showing that you're going to block yourself if you fight for your ideas, okay? So fighting for your ideas is a huge block in this situation, but you can just choose not to, right? We have your solution being the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords in this situation really feels like you're just going to cut it loose and say, nope, I'm done. I don't want any part of this. It's not working for me. I can't make it fit in my schedule. I wanted to hang out with the family, but I can't make it work. So you're going to go ahead and do it like that. All right? Interesting. Okay. Now then, let's talk about your love, the thing that you care about the most. This is a great hobby. This is some great passion that you have in your life. We have a nice financial foundation that is finally taken shape, so you can really begin, like you've got your good garden beds into the ground, you've got yourself squared away, and you're feeling strong about the route you've picked to take for your dog walking or whatever it is that you're doing that you're feeling so passionate about. So you have that foundation figured out. You're good. You are feeling comfortable right there, right now. Now then, the Seven of Wands, showing that defending your ideas about how you do it or why you do it is going to be a block. Somebody coming up and saying, well, why are you going to do it like that? Everybody does that nonsense. And it's just troublemaking. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're doing it wrong or otherwise. It's just you're doing it your way. And that's all you have to tell them. You don't have to say anything more than, this is what works for me. Thanks. And walk away. Okay? Because it doesn't mean it didn't say, oh, why don't you explain to me why I'm doing it wrong? So, and they're all a bunch of full of hooey anyway. So nobody wants to hear that they're doing it wrong. What they want to hear is, oh, that's interesting. I never thought of doing it that way. Fancy. Cool. And let it go at that, right? That's how you can do that instead of telling people they're doing it wrong. Unless they're going to be in danger of hurting themselves, doesn't matter, does it? Now we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is here saying that you're definitely, while you have a strong foundation, financially and otherwise, you definitely want to keep it in balance, okay? Don't overdo it one way or the other. Just because you have a nice foundation doesn't mean, oh, I have a nice 4-mile walk figured out for me and the dog. I'm going to add 2 more miles just because I feel, nope. Keep it where it is. Keep it where it is. And if on weekends you want to do something extra, cool. But don't hurt yourself. Don't make it worse. Don't overtax yourself. Keep everything in balance. Keep everything right where you need it to be. And you'll be right where you want it to be. Okay? Excellent. So let us talk about work/health. All right? So in the work/health department, we have some really good things happening here. We have the Nine of Pentacles showing you are abundant at work. You're doing really well. You're making all the money. You're taking care of your business. You're feeling secure and stable. This is good. Very nice. Now we have the King of Pentacles showing that there is a fella of all about the money. He likes a good bargain, but he's not ridiculous. He understands certain good quality costs money. He gets that. He's not, but he does like a bargain. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with this person, because he's actually going to be kind of in your way. Maybe he thinks you're making a little too much money. Maybe he thinks that you're maybe not worth quite what you think you are. So do your best to make sure he understands you're worth every penny that you are, okay? Do more if you need to make him understand that he's getting a bargain right now, okay? Make yourself into a bargain. There is new information about ways to make more money coming your way. So this could be this guy recognizing he has a bargain, giving you new information about ways to make more money. So nice. I feel like that's how that's happening, is that you've already shown him that you're worth it. He's excited about the bargain he's getting, and he's going to give you new information. So that just played out perfectly that way. He's not a block after all. Perfect. All right, so that's at work. Let's talk about your health, right? So in your health situation, you've afforded all the good gear and stuff. You had some charity offered to you last week, and we took it, and we are feeling very abundant and happy about what we've got to take care of ourselves. We're getting into our new routine. We're feeling very good about it. Super cool. And the King of Pentacles is here. This is that financially motivated, wanting a good bargain kind of person who's going to wander around over to your garage and go like, so where'd you get the barbells, man? You're like, my friend so-and-so donated them to me because they didn't need them anymore. It was very nice. It was very kind of them to do that. I really appreciate that. Very cool gesture. And they're going to be jelly. So they're going to probably make you feel in some way like you stole them. or something ridiculous like that. So just not that you did by any means. You know they were handed to you straight from the person, but they're feeling jealous, so they're going to act weird about the whole thing. And that's just who they are. When other people get good things, they get jealous and they act weird. So be aware of that. And if you have information about ways and means for them to save money, getting gear for themselves, you might want to share that with them. That would be your solution, is to be able to share with them ways to get more money or save more money on their own gear, so that they can like stop being jelly and jerky to you. All right? Perfect. Love that. Let's talk about marriages and relationships. All right? We have the King of Cups. We have an emotionally based male sharing his feelings. I love this. This is nice, especially in relationships. He's going to be sharing his feelings about what's going on. You all have had a very busy month, so I'm not surprised someone's going to talk about their feelings right now. We pulled the Hermit right here, which is showing me that the one thing you can do that will block you in your relationship is hide away from this person. So don't be doing that, okay? That's simple enough. Do not hide away from your person. Listen. Listen to what they have to say. It's going to be good. Oh yeah, the High Priestess. You can trust your intuition about what you're hearing from him, and understand that if he's saying one thing but it means another, you can trust your intuition about that. But do listen, okay? If you won't take the time to listen, it's going to be a real problem, okay? So be available, listen to your person, and hear what they have to say, and then adjust accordingly. All right? So yeah, very good. Now we're going to talk about the old release and death department, letting you know what you're going to get rid of and how it's going to go. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. This is about you fighting for an opportunity to claim your power in this situation. So you've been poked and prodded by the King and the Queen of Swords throughout the month, right? And now you're stepping up and you're saying, look, I'm going to handle this. You need to walk away from my situation over here. I see your input over here, and I see your input over here, but this is me, and this is my stuff, and I'm going to handle it, okay? So, with that being said, the Six of Pentacles is showing up, saying that, yeah, no, trying to make more money right now on this stuff is probably going to hold you back from getting where you need to go, okay? So I feel like a deadline is showing up. They've given you a deadline. They're like, okay, you have until this time. You got to be out of there by this time. And you're like, okay, I've been selling things as fast as I can, and I wanted to do it my way. So get out of my way, people. I'm going to handle this. And so in some cases, you may find yourself, oh yeah, here we go, the Strength card. You're going to have to work it out. All right. Some people have told you over and over again that you're not worth it and you can't make this work. And so I'm suggesting that the way this card is coming across is that you're remembering the lessons from past situations. Sometimes you had other people tell you that you're bad, you're not good at this, and they're wrong, and you can move forward in your situation the way you want to. I feel like there will be an opportunity for you to maybe bring some of that stuff home so that you can sell it at your leisure. Instead, like if this is at a storage unit, I keep seeing a storage unit full of stuff, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna bring the stuff home, and I'm gonna sell the stuff that needs selling at my leisure, and I'm gonna donate the rest that can't be sold. But you're gonna do it your way, and I want you to know you can. Okay, you can do it your way. You are strong and capable and able. You will figure this out, and it's gonna be okay. You're fighting for your power to begin with, so just be aware that you can, all right? You've been told too many times that you can't. They were wrong. Those people who told you you can't do things were wrong, okay? So keep that in mind, and let's go ahead and talk now about your movement and travel. You've been plotting and planning a trip with a friend. Love this exciting stuff. We are looking at your dreams and goals and seeing where you really want to go, where you want to get there, and how do you want to get there, all right? So maybe you've said, oh, but I've always wanted to ride a ferry boat, or I really want to go on a cruise. So part of what you're planning will include a ferry boat and a cruise or whatever it is. You're going to be excited to check things off your boxes, check off boxes on your list of things that you really care about, all right? So do be ready to get excited about that stuff, all right? Cool. Now, the Eight of Swords is going to stop you trying to control every little thing, feeling you don't feel like you're in control of the situation. The Eight of Swords is about being blocked in your power, and something about that irritates you forever. So in some ways, maybe there were time limits and you didn't meet the time limits and you're being told you can't do that because you didn't meet the time limits, and you're like, well, maybe you'll take the trip and you'll do that on the other end, right? You'll make the trip out, hang out over there, and then on the way back you'll be able to work in a ferry boat ride somewhere or something like that. The timing didn't work out, okay? So even as you have a dream and a goal, this is just a little block. It isn't a stop forever. It's a, okay, I need to look at this from a new perspective situation and work through, okay? Now, once you've worked through the block, you're going to find yourself with a marriage of ideas. You're going to come up with a solution to all of this situation. Maybe your partner and your friend doesn't like ferry boats or cruises because she doesn't like the water, and so you have to figure a way out where maybe she'll take the train and you'll take the ferry boat and the cruise, and then you'll meet over here at the next destination. But you have to figure it out. You have to talk it through. Once you figure out what her block is, find out what she needs, and then you'll work it out, because it's a fun trip, and I don't want you to not get what you want out of the trip, okay? So let's talk now about the ambition. What is that cup of coffee that gets you up in the morning, all right? Here we have it. We have the King of Swords. Oh yeah, you want to be in charge, and you are in charge now. Remember last week, somebody was leaving. They taught you how to do their job, so now you're stepping into their job, and you are going to be the one in charge. Be a very good boss. Don't be a bad boss. Take care of your people, and your people will take care of you. This is how it's going to work for you, all right? So then we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups showing that your wishes are being fulfilled, and for some reason that's blocking you, but I don't think it's blocking you. I really think this is just how it's working at this time. This is new information, additional information, just like it was over here. And one more time, there's the Queen of Wands. A like-minded lady is going to be showing up at your job who is going to help you out and be helpful in the process. A new friend. Hey, cool. So now we're going to talk about the Friends department. Yes, here we go. Let us speak about the Friends department. We have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles showing that someone in your Friends department is going to be offering you new information about ways to make more money, and that's very cool. We like that. That is good news. We are also looking at the Two of Cups, okay? So the area where you're blocked, this is about, you know, you're getting new information. We were talking about the potential for someone being supportive and suggesting like a side hustle, right? And if you want to get involved in a side hustle, your friend is going to be pushing you in the right direction. Maybe they've tasted your baking and said, oh my God, you're going to be amazing. We need to do this. But I feel like we got some of that last week, right? You may even have got some assistance with that. So we're talking about the Two of Cups. There's the marriage of ideas. There is a partnership of some sort happening here. And in this situation, the person we're talking to isn't going to be a good match for a partnership, so you're being blocked from doing partnery work with this person. Just know that and understand that. It's a good thing. And of course, the Ace of Wands. This is the gift of new information, a new idea, right? A big idea. You are getting a big idea as a result of this conversation. Someone suggesting something to you, and you're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. No, 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 no. I don't need any help. I don't want any help right now. Let me go and think it through and come up with a plan, which is exactly what you went and did. You went home and you started thinking about it and coming up with a big plan for yourself. You are coming up with a big idea. Very nice. I like that. This is the writing it down stage. This is the making it an organized plan. You don't want to go jumping into anything without having come up with an organized plan and done all the Googling and figuring out what you have to do, if you need to be certified or whatnot. You know, you get it. So, very cool. Let's talk now about the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is talking about the unknown department, which talks about some part of these 11 houses, or more of these houses are represented by the unknown department, right? So the cards that we pull here talk to more than one area. So that's why they're here, because they can't all fit into one place, right? So we have the Page of Cups. New information about something that you care about is coming your way. And yes, we have new information coming to you over here in the communication department. We had new information. You were sharing some information over here for sure. And yeah, I mean, you are, oh yeah, we have the King of Cups talking to you over here. And yeah, so you are definitely getting information and sharing information accordingly. You're going to get some pages over here. This is good stuff. I really like it. I love that these cards are doing this right here and that they're beneficial. The information is great and fabulous and wonderful. All right, so let's talk about what's blocking you, or potentially new information, more information. We have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is having so much wonderful stuff going on that you want to share from your heart, okay? And sharing from your heart could be a very good thing to do with your friend, in communicating with your family, yes. But we also want to just be cautious and careful that we're not sharing too much, and we want to share from our heart over here with our love, yes, and maybe with our passions, all right? We don't want to get too crazy with it, though. In some cases, I would say sharing from your heart at work will be a problem and in money, okay? So in all these areas, sharing from your heart will be a problem, okay? And right here, you don't want to slam the door on this person, but you definitely don't want to get into bed with them right away without knowing who they are or what's going on there, okay? So sharing from your heart can be a block or a blessing. Now the Five of Cups, remembering last relationships from the past will help you tremendously in dealing with relationships now. So we're talking about real relationships, work relationships, money relationships, friend relationships, real work, and the traveling friend. We're definitely talking about all that. And we definitely want to make sure that we're remembering past relationships and situations as we're releasing stuff and figuring out how to move forward in that release, okay? So don't be alarmed, and remember that those memories are good and solid and beautiful. You can take pictures of that stuff and then get rid of it anyway, okay? So don't hold yourself back from moving forward because you have so many feelings about the thing that you're looking at, okay? Cool. All right, Libra. Let's talk about how wonderful this week looks. My goodness, this has been quite a reading, hasn't it? What a good week you have going on with the work stuff. I'm excited to see how it plays out for you. I would love to hear from you how this works for you and if it works into what's going on for you, even if you have to come back next week and leave your comments after you compare it to your week. I get that. Love to hear from you either way, all right? And likes and subscribes are also fabulous, and I appreciate them very much. It helps me keep the algorithm up and things get going in the right direction. I love you guys. I love you to have information so you can be better prepared for the week ahead. All right? That is my whole goal here. I appreciate the one and the all of you, and I do hope that you will come back next week when we'll be talking about November. Thank you.